All right, Shalom. Giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect scattered abroad around the four corners of the earth, mainly in Babylon the Great, which is America, who ought to be destroyed in the up-and-coming World War III. Economic woes, Jacob's trouble. All right. Total anarchy or lawlessness in the land of Babylon the Great, which is America. All right. Shalom, shalom to the true believers through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, because only the true believers will come in that name. And to the best of their ability, they will follow proper order and instructions. All right. Because the Lord ordained men on the earth to teach this truth and have his Holy Spirit, going back to Jeremiah 3:15, and also 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 19 on down to 20. Salakia. And I am underneath the weather, but hey, the show must go on. Okay. But nonetheless, it's only about the elect, and the true believers will worship Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, in decency and in order, all right, and through the spirit and in truth, all right. And this is my P.S.A. announcement video dealing with GMS, Somalia, and terrorists for Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, because that has been the hot topic of discussion dealing with the Hebrew Israelites. All right. And we already see the tactics and the deceivableness dealing with, so-called Christians trying to come in under the fold, dealing with, hold on, Salaki. Make sure I cut my internet off and do not disturb. But yeah, dealing with Israel, really trying to trap up brothers in this truth, because the devil, pursuing the Revelation 12:12, he know if he have but a short time, because Esau, Edom, even though he is the wicked that the Lord created, all right, that the Bible speaks of, this devil speak lies, but he also knows truth. And the truth of the matter, he see the grand rising of the awakening of the Hebrew Israelites. That's why they have so many tactics and gimmicks and trickeries dealing with so-called, calling us black Hebrew Israelites, calling us extremists, terrorists, comparing us to the KKK, so on and so forth. All right. But all we're doing is preaching the words of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. But we also know and understand that persecution will come. All right. When you come in those names, pursuing the Acts, the 5th chapter, all right, in the later verses, and you can read the whole 5th chapter in your free time, all right, that, the men of the Lord were persecuted for teaching the doctrine of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, mainly speaking during the time of Peter, if I'm not mistaken, Peter speaking of Yahweh Shai. All right, the doctrine of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. But we also understand that there is nothing new underneath the sun. Everything's reincarnated. So the same thing that happened in biblical times, which we're still living in. All right, to you scoffers and scorners, we are still living in biblical times, because the Lord has not made his second return and usher in his kingdom of heaven. But during that time, it was persecution of the men of the Lord, the apostles. And the same thing is going to happen again in this time, man. All right. So, through the research, the elder apostle Tahar did his video. All right, Elder Manat Zabah, other brothers, GMS Awakening 144. All right, and that's Amawan Gabar out of the main camp. All right. And during my due diligence, come to find out, because earlier when a PSA announcement had came out, a lot of brothers jumped on it and everything like that. And that's just being fervent in the spirit, and I understand. But through the spirit, they broke down the various videos. And it was this one particular brother, his face was on the thumbnail, and I honestly thought that was, GMS Somalia or whatever the case. All right. But it wasn't. It was a diligent brother that normally, do videos and still in the truth. All right. But nonetheless, these persecutions are going to come in the last days. These false accusations, these false witnesses. All right. Lies, blasphemous things that they're going to speak upon. That's going to come in the last days. And we ought to understand that. All right. Us being the men of the Lord, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay. That's why the elders and apostles always say you have to count the cause that the Lord put you in this ministry for a reason. All right. And persecution and much grief and sorrows and tribulation is going to happen unto you once you start to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You can read Ecclesiasticus or the book of Sirach, chapter 2. All right, prepare thy soul for temptation while serving the Lord. So you're going to be tempted on all levels. All right, on all levels, man. Whether it be women, riches, little money coming in here and there. And then all the wickedness going on in the world. You're seeing the wicked get away with certain things, whether it be our people or the Edomites. You want to, as they would like to say, try your luck. But as soon as you try your luck, hey, that shit might backfire, man. And we got to understand that at the end of the day, us coming into Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we have to know and understand that we were brought over here to suffer. All right, to fulfill our punishment. Going back to Baruch, the 2nd chapter. But I want to focus on GMS South Carolina 08.
All right.
Elder
Shalom.
Out of Murder Beach, South Carolina, Elder Manat Zaba. And he did a video, a day ago. It said GMS Somalia is the same demon we warned about you 7 months ago. So this same individual was doing, the things that he was doing, posting certain things that we do not accept. All right. At the end of the day, hey, first and foremost, we follow the laws of this fucked up land. All right. We are so-called law-abiding citizens, which people don't understand. We pay our taxes. We tribute to the Caesars. And it's crazy because that's what Lord Yahweh Shai is saying, man. Because we see one thing I can say, being mature in this truth, it lets you know and understand that you're still in captivity. All right, you're in hell and you can't do nothing about it until Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Zephaniah 3:8, come up and make a stand. All right, and rise up to the prey. Also going to Daniel 12:1. We have to wait on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in order for us to rule, in order for us to bring down this kingdom, because we cannot do it upon ourselves. So with that being said, while this kingdom is up and still running, we're going to follow the laws. We're going to follow after, the law of Caesars. All right. Going into Romans the 13th chapter. All right. At the end of the day, we are subject unto these governors and rulers because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua set up these devils to rule in the end time. And the ultimate test is going to be the time of the hour of temptation, the MOTB. Okay. So like I said, it's a lot going on in the circumcision of Israel. All right. And I want to get 2 Corinthians 2:10 because we are living in the time of deceit and lies. All right. And this devil is going to come in every avenue. All right. He's going to portray to be, especially dealing with this internet, man. All right. Because we understand that that AI intelligence, all right, that AI technology can be very deceivable. And it is part of the miracles that the Lord gave these devils, the power that the Lord gave these devils. Just like how they can imitate a false alien invasion, they can do the same thing dealing with false prophesying. All right, dealing with false brotherhoods, so on and so forth. So any up and coming new brothers, or even brothers that's kind of, a little gullible, or, so-called too friendly, because sometimes, I can attest to that. But once you, me personally, once you cross me, that's a different story. That's a different lead. Now I know the true you. But getting besides the point, this devil is going to come down with great wrath no matter what. And I advise people to watch this video. And not only this video, the elder did. It was, false witness for Esau's sake. Hold on, so like, how you doing? All right. Salakia. But nonetheless, that video, false witness for Esau's sake, the sinner's prayer. And that video goes into how, a nigga, I'm gonna just say a nigga just walk up to I believe the elder said the Orlando camp, and he said he prayed the sinner's prayer, which is a worldly term. The elder had went into it, but the sinner prayer of who the word in called Jesus Christ, but we say Yahweh Shah. So once you realize that, he said the prayer, and he said instantly he so-called, had hatred towards the so-called white man and putting them in slavery. All right. Basically trying to trick up, our doctrine, because at the end of the day, we do teach that slavery will happen in the kingdom of heaven. We do teach when the Lord comes back, he's going to put these nations under subjection and under captivity. All right. And there's various scriptures of that. And it's just, like I say, it's mind boggling to me here. Meanwhile, these fucking devils had us in slavery and still got us in slavery to this day, oppressed like a motherfucker. But niggas want to forgive this devil. But when it come down to your own people, you ready to fucking slaughter them. That's why 2/3 got to die on this side, man. And me personally, I understood that, after a couple years being in this truth. All right. Because if 2/3 don't want to hearken to the Lord, then fuck you. All right, we moving on. And that's the spirit through the spirit and power Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah put upon Elder Apostle Tahar, dealing with these Christians and these debaters. If they're going to cause really so much of a problem, just cut their ass loose and call them boys on them. Because at the end of the day, they respect Esau Edom, especially, or authority. All right, they scared of the police. So, hey, just, do that for our sake. Because at the end of the day, we're just out here teaching the ministry. All right. And we ought not to have the ministry to be blamed, man. And that's exactly what the GMS, Somalia, and terrorists for Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, that's what they're doing, all right, in the last days that we're in, man. Okay, so I'm, giving you the recap of what's been going on. GMS, Somalia, and to be real, anybody that got that GMS title on them, like the scriptures say, mark them, which goes into Scopeo and the ones that mark the vision. But hey, at the end of the day, we got to check these, these handlers on the YouTube, especially if they proclaim to say that they're teaching the words of Yahweh while Yahweh Shah. Because at the end of the day, hey, Satan devices, man. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11, straight to the point. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And at the end of the day, the elect is not going to be deceived by this, the trickeries. All right, the elect is going to remain in the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right. That's why, going back to 1 Timothy 5:17, if I'm not mistaken, that's why we have great elders that rule well in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah and in truth. And all they do and worry about is prophesying, man. No gimmicks. All right, getting on, these other camps, these false Israelites leaders. All right, teaching false doctrine. Okay, our elders are on the money on that, man. 1 Peter 5 says, serve the Most High willingly. 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. We have to be sober and be vigilant via through the spirit. Damn, Salakia, man. Got this mucus built up. It ain't making it no better, me walking. But gotta do what you gotta do, man. Salakia. All right, 1 Peter 5:8 again.